Hello, friends. Welcome to another Game Informer Watch Along. I am your host yet again, Alex Stadnik. Joined with me is two of the most talented dudes in video games. We have Leo Vader.
Thank you.
And Ben Reeves back again. This is stream number two. Here we are.
That's right.
Gentlemen.
Avengers, here we are. War table. Count it down. All right. Give it up. Hype table.
Hype table, baby.
Hype table is what I call it.
I could dig it.
Portable, is that right?
Yeah.
That seemed more up my alley. I don't know who the Avengers are.
Yeah. So we're going to be doing a watch along with you guys. We got the chat up. We're going to talk to you guys what you're thinking about the new Avengers, and hopefully it's is a good time. So last time we got a huge info dump was E3 of last year, and boy, I don't think that was how anyone envisioned this game being trotted out. I don't know about you guys, but there was some things that needed to be fixed, it looked like. I wasn't as down on it as some people were, but a lot of people, I think, came out of that E3 showing disappointed. Where were you guys at this time last year?
I wasn't as down on, like, everybody complained about their look, like their costumes and stuff. Like, I didn't have a problem with that so much. But yeah, the gameplay looked a little bit uninspired, let's say. And, like, there's just no details.
Yeah.
It felt like, other than that. So it felt a little thin last year's showing, although I did get to play it at the managers conference, the GameStop managers conference, like, when was that, September or something? And I actually had more fun then. Like, once I got my hands on it, I was like excited for the finished thing. And I've heard it's even better now, so
hell yes.
Yeah, last time we saw it, it was just carrying a lot of weight was just the excitement of playing as the Avengers, but I think they found that people needed a little more than that to understand exactly why this game was going to be worthwhile. And hopefully that's what we get here today. Alex, back to you.
Thank you, Leo. It has been a long 3 years to however long we know about this. Yeah, no, I'm excited. Ben said, I'm happy to hear that things are coming along. I want this game to do well because I love the Avengers, and on paper, I think this sounds like a really cool thing. I think it hurts definitely seeing Thor gameplay, and everyone was comparing it to like God of War. Does the hammer throw feel as good as his axe? You know, so I'm hoping that they clear some of that stuff up today. Chat, what are you guys hoping for today? What are you excited for? We got 4 minutes till the stream goes, and yeah,
I feel like new characters, maybe.
Yes.
Should we get some new characters?
Who do you guys want to see?
Who do you want to see? I mean, my boy Spider-Man. Always love to see him. It'd be great to see him. I'm trying to think of who else. I would feel like Captain Marvel would be cool.
And if Spider-Man was in here, we would find out if he would be canon to Insomniac's Spider-Man. Marvel's Spider-Man, which I think is still a question because this will be cross-platform where that wasn't.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah. I'm excited for this new era of movie tie-in games where it's not just making each scene a level, where it's like, let's take this franchise and see if we can make a good game out of it. I'm excited to see today exactly what they're doing for the loot aspect of it, because it's supposed to be a loot game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like Destiny, maybe. I think they want that long tail of people playing it, and they'll continue to add story missions, which sounds cool. So maybe we'll hear more about that.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm on board.
Shinzawa on YouTube says Batman. That would truly be the craziest timeline. That would be really, really dope. In partnership with Rocksteady. That's what Rocksteady's been working on.
Yeah, the coolest hero that Marvel doesn't own.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Easily.
Gold Gucky says Wolverine. I think we haven't heard about any of the X-Men if they're going to be a part of this, but technically there are some stories where Wolverine is an Avenger, so we'll see if that crosses over. I'm with you, Reeves. I'd love to see Spider-Man. He's one of my favorite boys. He's one of the best boys, and I'm excited to see if he's a part of it. Taylor Hemphill says Hawkeye. Hawkeye would be interesting gameplay-wise, I think, here.
This is their chance to make him really cool and interesting. Do their own take on him.
Not a fan of Jeremy Renner.
I would love if the one thing that's photorealistic exactly like the movies is Jeremy Renner as Hawkeye. That would be hilarious.
Yeah, for that matter, just the cosmic stuff. Maybe get some Rocket Raccoon or something. I wonder how like broad they're going with the Avengers tag. Because in the MCU, it feels like it's just everything Marvel at this point.
Yeah,
I want to see some weird ones for sure. I want to see some oddballs that are like really bold in a gameplay way.
Oh yeah,
because that's Lego Marvel superheroes was so sweet because you could play as hundreds of superheroes.
Oh yeah, you could play as Stan Lee.
Yeah, right. Who had like every power.
Yeah, that was really
was sweet. But yeah, I would love to see that kind of thing scaled up. But obviously, that's really hard to do when you're not doing it with little Lego guys.
Yeah, some Howard the Duck action.
Oh,
exactly.
Yeah,
exactly right.
I like Howard the Duck actually. Yeah. Did you guys ever watch that movie?
Which one?
The Howard the Duck film? In the 80s?
No, I'm unfamiliar.
You didn't exist yet.
Yeah.
1308 says, I want to see The Thing, which I like that idea. Maybe some Fantastic Four.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. Yeah, wow.
Jeff Cork wants MODOK from Jesse
my God.
J. Yeah, that'd be cool. MODOK. Yeah. I'd be curious to see how they handle MODOK. Because he's like a giant head. He's just like a
villain
character.
Yeah.
Oh well, that's true. Yeah, it's not really an Avenger.
I've been wondering if the MCU would ever tackle MODOK, but we haven't seen that yet. I just can't picture that working outside of like a '90s like Spider-Man cartoon.
Well, or something just zany. Like if he was in, say, Deadpool, a Deadpool film, that could kind of fit.
That could be great.
Yeah.
Just like a weird character.
Yeah. But all right, folks, here we go. Let's see what we got. Exciting. Hype table.
Hit your table at home. Bang on your table.
Wart Able.
Hell yeah. T for T.
Do we need some more volume there?
Is that your way of telling me that we need more volume?
Yeah, if you can crank it up.
Less volume is what I was asking for.
In the forest behind our farm. I felt if I could instill rules, the proper boundaries, I could harness the raw power of that beast. A few months later, while hunting, the adolescent cub turned on me.
Who is this? I'm curious who this VO is.
We're fixing the damage the Avengers did all those years ago. Inhumans are sick.
Could be MODOK.
Huh? That's what I was wondering.
Dangerous.
That multiple? Man, what was that?
He said Inhumans, I think.
Oh. Yeah, because Kamala's an Inhuman.
Come on, Kamala. Let AIM help you.
I'll take my chances.
Who is Big Brain?
Were set up. I think
I don't know who that was.
Huh.
Couldn't Mr. Stark help us with this?
Hi, I'm sorry. Who are you?
Kamala?
This better be good.
He totally locked Cap in the reactor room and then he tried to jack the Chimera.
Son of a...
Have you all completely lost your senses?
What? Where were you while the world went to hell?
This is our fault. All of ours. You really think the world is better without us?
Yes. See, it's always
That voice cast is so good too, though.
Who you are.
It's a good voice cast, but it's somewhat distracting because you're like, man, I know that voice.
This is exactly what
That's true.
wants.
Oh, Adam Sleep mentioned the leader, which, yeah, that guy did look kind of like the leader.
against the unstoppable tide of progress, Avengers. Power cannot be controlled. It has to be destroyed. I will rid the Earth of superpowers. Even if it has to end.
Oh, it's actually MODOK.
Holy shit. Oh my god.
Wait, was that really
I think
MODOK?
that, like, it looked like it had the purple, he had like the big head. I think that's actually MODOK.
Oh my god.
I want to see a handout shot of that.
Hell yes.
That's so
Marvel
close.
fans.
Oh,
My
man.
name's Casey Lynch, and I'm editorial director at Crystal Dynamics.
Yes.
Let's see
Marvel's
what we got
Avengers
here.
War
I
Table
think that was
is
no
him.
way
direct
that was
source
MODOK, right?
for all things Marvel's Avengers.
After this,
We've got
I'll
a
play
great
it back
show
and
lined up
we'll
with
take a
new
look.
trailers, new
No, you're
details
right.
on one of
It
our
did
main
look like
villains.
It is.
Like
di-
close
oh
to
yeah,
MODOK.
there it is.
Mechanics.
It's literally
And
MODOK.
MODOK,
Guys,
what?
we did it.
And
We did it.
Warzones. If you've ever thought this game,
Dan
how does it
presents.
work?
Dan
then this
predicts.
is the show for you.
I think we spoke that
Let's
one
get
into
it,
existence.
starting with the story trailer.
Yeah.
In the aftermath of 8-8, everything changed.
Wow, that's
You
surprising.
so-called
Okay.
heroes transformed San Francisco into an
That's the only villain we
gas-filled
even said.
You unleashed disease, powerful beings that wreak havoc throughout our nation. So I ask you again, Dr. Banner, do the Avengers pose a danger to society?
You look like you've seen better days.
I can promise you this.
What's up with this? Still shot
I
thing.
will
don't know.
use this second chance to make you safe. AIM will find a cure for the inhuman disease.
Jesse J says Jess Cork will be so happy.
As a founding member of tech giant Advanced Idea Mechanics, or AIM, George Tarleton dreamt of a world made better through science.
Smart guy
Even
mechanic.
as AIM promises a cure to end the inhuman infection, and the revolutionary
Classic
Adaptoid Project offers a
Comic
world
book thing of
protected by
starting with the word and
science.
then turning it
Tarleton, Vader himself, uses AIM's technological might and the public's fear of Inhumans to convince the world that the superpowered are uncontrollable and cannot be trusted. His deranged obsession drives him to become MODOK, mental organism designed only for killing. When
never
he's
knew
a
that was what
villain,
it stood
we
for.
knew
Yeah,
he needed
it's
someone with
it's
muscle
so
and mental
goofy.
capacity to become an Avengers level threat. We
That's
also
why he's
wanted
awesome,
a
'cause
new
he looks
face
so
for
goofy.
modern
Yeah.
Avengers
That's why
fans.
Jeff Bork loves him, actually.
Yeah.
Big face.
He
But
could be
comic
really
fans know
scary
MODOK is
in a more
anything
realistic
but
art
new.
style.
His
Yeah.
origin in Marvel lore
I'd
dates
poop
back
my
more than
pants if that
50
thing rolled
years
up on
to
me in the street.
October of
Oh, yeah.
1967
Yeah,
in
kinda
Tales
terrifying
of
looking.
Suspense. Now, with AIM's drive to manipulate public fear and his ability to control machines with his mind, Tarleton and AIM are the most sophisticated threat the Avengers have ever faced.
I hope
But
his
a
head
teenage
just keeps
fangirl
growing
named
throughout the game,
Kamala
though, and he
Khan
eventually does
doesn't
become
trust
that.
AIM.
Yeah.
In fact,
Head in the
she's
jar.
convinced that AIM is experimenting on her fellow
yeah.
humans under the guise of finding a cure. And she believes George Tarleton was behind the plot to discredit the Avengers. And she has proof. As you pick up the trail of the long-disbanded Avengers, you'll advance the story of the single-player campaign, unlocking more and more hero-specific missions. We know you've been asking for new gameplay that's not from A-Day. We hear you. So here's a playthrough of
It's a
part
sassy,
of a new Thor
sassy
hero mission
VO.
called Once an Avenger.
All right, what do we got here?
Think people want the stream to be louder?
Yeah. Can we, or turn our mics down or something?
Okay.
We can just whisper, Ben, me and you.
This looks good. Some ASMR. Okay, that should be better, but let me know.
We're here live at the AIM experience in Manhattan, witnessing the return of the Avengers, but they appear to be attacking the city. Keep rolling, keep rolling.
Did it say Donald or something on it? It's hard to see.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Is it any coincidence that this attack comes on the very day that AIM is supposed to unveil their promising new Adaptoid program? Oh.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
All right, let's see what we got.
You should know, I'm not in the best of moods.
Thank you for
Is that a known
informing us.
Thor line?
Yeah, yeah.
Is that his Hulk smash?
It's his classic phrase. It's his clobbering time. It's not quite as good.
Where the hell did you
Should have done a different take on that.
Serving the commoners when it started raining bolts of metal from the sky.
Not me.
Unbelievably good to see you.
I didn't get my coffee yet this morning.
It doesn't matter. He's here now.
I hate Mondays. He's just Garfield.
That would be great.
I love lasagna. Honestly, if there was a superhero that just used Garfield, Garfield slang, I'd be all for it.
Yeah.
You should have stayed forgotten.
Never, when mortals are in peril. Where do you hide, Doctor? Can you not face me?
Look around. I'm everywhere.
Does this look pretty much like what you played, Ben? Is there anything new here?
I mean, it looks more polished for sure, but it's very similar. Yeah, like
Who did you play as, by the way?
I played that opening sequence that they showed, so I got to play as pretty much all of them. So we started as Hulk, or started as Thor, the Hulk, Iron Man, and with the Black Widow fight, and it felt good. Like that Black Widow fight's not going on long when you're watching it, but like when you're playing it, it's more engaging.
Good.
Hello. Just like old times.
Ha.
Aim dropships inbound.
I see them.
Focus on those mechs. Kamala, you okay?
Yeah? No.
On my way. Hulk, you got this?
Kawhi Chameleo says maybe add some new moves for heroes because it looks extremely similar. Did you feel that when you were playing that, Ben, or did each character stick out a little bit?
Chimera's still losing altitude.
No, each character stood out pretty well, which is nice. So they each have their different moves that are on cooldowns. And, you know, Thor can, like, call down lightning. Hulk does his, like, Hulk clap.
Yeah.
So it's patented.
Yeah.
Hulk clap. Yeah, it feels good.
Okay.
It felt good. And
Cool.
I think it probably feels even better now.
Captain America, Thor. Who else will fall?
Plus, I like Thor, so
Yeah.
it's a cool dude.
You'd say Thor killed Captain America?
Yeah. Is that something that they've talked about?
Captain America's for sure dead.
He died in the crash, right? Or the Triskelion or whatever it was.
I think so, but interesting that they're placing the blame on Thor. Ooh, I like that move.
Thor, apparently.
Yeah.
I do like the throw the hammer, bring it back. Like that's cool.
Yeah.
That's something that the other characters don't have.
Maybe Captain America eventually.
That's true. It doesn't traditionally call it shield room at will, though.
Good night, folks.
So it might be.
Thor, update on those mechs. We're losing power fast. They're sturdy. I'll give them that.
Ah. Tony.
Classic stuff from Iron Man.
Yeah.
Iron Man 1.
We're the terrorists in this AIM experience story.
Not on my watch. The Chimera can't go down. Not again.
I feel like it's hard to do a game that plays well where the character can just fly all the time whenever they want.
Yeah.
No.
There's to see how they balance that.
Heading for the command deck.
Yeah, I mean, everything we've seen looks pretty limited, right? Like, relatively linear levels.
Well, sort of more open.
Security subsystems just came back
This is
online.
definitely the...
Yeah, I mean, yeah, a little.
Naval lockdown.
It's not open world, I'm saying, but
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm curious to what kind of HUD that they're gonna add to this. Like they're trying to make it very cinematic right now, but I'm curious to see, or did they have a HUD when you played it, or was it just this?
yeah, no, there was a HUD when I played it. Yeah,
Okay.
who knows now?
Yeah.
But it shows your special moves are on cooldowns. So when those pop up, you see them.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah, people talking in the chat, what do you guys think? Is Captain America not really dead, or is he going to be resurrected? Which of those only two options is going to be the thing that they do?
I don't think he's dead. I think it's maybe he got transported to another dimension or something.
I think he's inside the Captain America statue and he's going to bust out.
A lot of damage down in the engine room.
That actually happened to Wolverine in the comics once.
Oh, did it? That's incredible. Yeah, chat is thinking absolutely not dead.
There's no way to work.
Matthew Ferry says.
The damage has already been done, Avengers.
But it's like, why didn't he say, "Hey, I'm not dead"? Everybody.
Yeah.
Does he have amnesia? Is he locked in a statue?
Chat, let us know.
Kamala, Tony,
We're trying to restart the engines, but there's not enough power.
we're out of time, people. Brace for impact.
Hey, God of Thunder! Stay behind me. Now, bring it!
So Thor is the god of thunder?
I think this is one of his ultimate moves.
Keep going, it's working!
Thunder and lightning. He's not the god of hammers.
If he's the god of thunder, doesn't he have other responsibilities?
Yeah,
From
like
being in the Avengers?
managing the weather.
Once an Avenger
Yeah,
is a great
right.
example of a hero
Like, as
mission,
our God kinda
a
tweets
single-player campaign experience focusing on a specific playable character. Hero missions give us a chance to tell more of each hero's story and showcase the variety and depth of our hero designs. Let's take a quick look at how Thor plays. With the game's combat systems, players can string together combos.
Yeah, that's the last 10
attacks
minutes of
or
it,
hold
actually.
for signature
There's the
combat
there's the HUD.
versatility is one of Thor's strengths. From making use of Mjolnir to pin enemies from a distance, or bringing the sky down on his foes. In addition to core combat moves, the God of Thunder has a wide variety of skills to unlock that give him access to classic moves. This is one of our favorites, manual targeting.
Yeah.
We largely drew our influence from writer Jason Aaron's run on the Mighty Thor comic. Manual targeting allows you to quickly mark your enemies for bullseyes with Mjolnir, and one by one, you can mark them and knock them down as Mjolnir comes back to you. Follow that up with a powerful ground pound, and you've got a mighty combo.
It looks awfully mighty.
Ground pound, we were inspired by Mario.
But if up close and personal is more your style, go with the hammer spin or Mjolnir Cyclone. Heroes have 3 special heroic moves: Assault, Ultimate, and Support. When designing our heroics, we started with the signature moves from the comics and movies that we've always wanted to play. The Assault Heroic charges the fastest, and in some cases, you can store multiple charges to use strategically as a part of your combos. You can perform these after charging your heroic meters with normal attacks.
Nice.
For instance,
Planet Hulk action.
Assault Heroic is Widow's Bite, which is an electroshock projectile move you might recognize. You can see Nat using it right here. Each hero also has a unique support heroic that's designed to enhance co-op and team play. For example, Thor's support, Warrior's Fury, lets him channel the power of the gods to supercharge his Odin force and grants a period of invulnerability for nearby team members.
Okay.
You can see this in action when Iron Man gets the buff as he flies through Thor's support.
Nice.
Ultimates take longer to charge, but they're definitely
I would love to have a
worth the wait.
support build
They have more
Thor.
screen clearing power, and some even have residual effects, like Thor's Bifrost Ultimate.
He's just super. No, guys, I got to hang out in the back. I'm a
channels
support
the
class.
power of the 9 realms,
Hit
and
my
his
friends with my
Bifrost
hammer.
taps into Muspelheim to bypass unbreakable shields, allowing Thor to use the power of the Bifrost Bridge to do maximum damage.
That's cool.
We know everyone plays differently, so we have melee, ranged, aerial, and ground combat skills to tailor your hero to your playstyle. As your heroes earn experience, they gain access to new skills. Skill points allow you to unlock new moves, combos, and even new versions of attacks. As you build up your heroes, you begin to see how unlocking and mastering the separate core skills offers a ton of depth and variety on its own for every hero.
I'm curious to see how
And
that
that's
actually
before
translates.
gear,
I'm excited.
Perks, artifacts, and any kind of later game progression. So why is all of this important? Because it means your Thor will play differently than my Thor, and my Hulk will play different than yours.
What about my Hulk to Leo's Thor, though?
Another way to customize your heroes is
exactly
with
the
gear.
same.
We've previously
walk
talked
in with,
about the
like,
different
4
rarities
Thors,
and how perks will give you
you just have,
powerful
like,
modifiers
a bunch
for
of
even more
Thors and Hulks.
customization. Some perks apply special damage like plasma or gamma, or cause status effects like shrink, which will shrink enemies. and reduce
Silly.
damage and defense.
I like it.
Cool.
You can see Iron Man using gamma gear in this shot, and eagle-eyed fans probably noticed his laser sweep was green instead of red.
Yeah, what's
That
going
wasn't
on
a bug.
here?
That's
When
the
you
first
have
thing I
gamma gear
noticed.
equipped, it grants a bonus damage modifier and changes the emissive color of your attack. And voila, green lasers. We know that if you look good,
That's how they
you'll
make them.
play good.
Ah.
The Crystal team has really
Yes,
enjoyed
the key
creating
to
all new
any video
outfits for
game,
these
really.
heroes, and drawing from Marvel's 80-year history to bring so many classic outfits to the game. Each hero has dozens of outfits drawn from some of the most recognizable eras and story arcs.
Mr. Fix
You
It.
can earn them over the
Go
course
fix
of the
it,
story
yeah.
campaign by completing missions and deciphering patterns. There's Iron Man's suit from the 2014 Original Sin storyline. or Donald Blake, which is a nod to an alias of Thor's who first appeared in 1962's Journey into Mystery issue 83, or Tony's Stark Tech outfit that was inspired by the Bleeding Edge armor that first appeared in Invincible Iron Man number 25 in 2010.
I'm gonna use that one.
There are a ton of outfits you'll learn just by playing. Some will require completing iconic mission chains to earn each hero's iconic outfit, and some outfits will only be available in our online marketplace. You can even customize your attitude and let out your inner Hulk with the right emote.
Pause on that. Where's the floss?
I don't think that's canon.
Can Hulk
Those
do,
are just
do
some of the
finger
ways
guns?
you'll be able to build and spec out your heroes.
Gangnam Style?
Okay, I think it's time for another trailer. This one gives us a first look at how all that customization is especially fun when you play together. This is
Call of Duty.
Warzones.
Activision's in the stream. What's happening?
Wow. That's a huge crossover.
Yeah.
Move over Fortnite.
These adaptoids of his, they harvest their powers through the torture of these Inhumans. Georgie Boy is gearing up for war.
Programmable power under our control. No more heroes.
The entire world is in terrible danger. Time is here.
I could pull some strings to spruce up the armory. Get ourselves some new toys to play with. Dangerous ones.
I'm picking up something in the atmosphere. A derivative of Terrigen.
I'm here. Who needs their ass kicked?
Very air breathes dark magic.
Have they said 4-player co-op for this?
Have they said? I don't know. It looked like there was 4 heroes.
Yeah.
It should be like one level you can play as Hulk. That's like easy is incredibly hard to play as Black
Jarvis
Widow.
is unencrypting the schematics, and we'll get our tech heads
That
on
should be
new
like
gear
the difficulty
ASAP.
spike.
Yeah. Okay, so that definitely seems a little bit more open there.
That could be interesting if there was certain characters that were more difficult because they had less powers.
Yeah.
I'd be okay with that.
Like challenge levels.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I mean, their power levels are not the same.
Heroes are people.
Yeah.
People can be corrupted.
If I don't stop them, it's just one more thing to regret on my deathbed.
Times like this, when all things hopeless, that's when we got to stand strong.
Hey,
There's Nick.
Nick Fury.
Yeah. The man himself.
You want to see powers?
Stream's chugging a little bit.
Go.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Time for
All these characters.
Yeah.
Too much power.
Yeah. Not called Earth's Mightiest Heroes for a reason.
Do you think Ant-Man? You think Ant-Man will be a microtransaction?
Ha. Well done.
So far, we've talked about the story, hero missions, and customization.
Oh, we should say
Now,
we're
let's
live
talk
streaming
about
from our
Warzones.
bathrooms.
Yeah.
I don't know if we made that clear.
Thank you for clarifying.
Warzones are missions which you can play with up to a total of 4 players or solo
There you
with
go.
an AI companion team made up of your unlocked and leveled heroes. Whether playing hero missions or Warzones, you always make forward progress with your heroes.
If this turns
On
out
your
to just be
helicarrier,
Ultimate Alliance
you'll
on
use the war cable
steroids,
to launch
I think I'm
missions
okay
with a
with that.
variety of objectives and
Yeah, I'd be
challenges.
okay with that.
Yeah.
Like,
As you saw in the co-op trailer,
Marvel
each
Ultimate Alliance
mission
3
is
wasn't
grounded
quite-
in story.
didn't quite do it for
so
me.
whether
Yeah.
you're in the
Maybe this will-
campaign or war zones, you're always
Maybe this will
working
be it.
together
Yeah.
to
But
stop
I loved
aid
one.
and rebuild the resistance.
One was great.
You
Yeah,
get
one was
missions from
great.
Jarvis, Maria Hill,
Best one,
Hank Pym,
unfortunately.
and more
Yeah.
characters from Marvel history. Once you pick your mission, you'll board the Quinjet, where you can matchmake, switch heroes, choose your loadout, and of course, pick the right look and attitude for the job. As you
Right
start
attitude?
playing missions across the globe, you'll realize AIM has entrenched themselves in cities and remote locations alike, all in the name of research. Warzones range from wide
How
open
long do you think it
spaces
takes
designed
for they
exploration
before they
and
put
key
in like a
traversal
DLC
to
like
dense
TikTok dance
interiors
pack for these?
with a variety of objective-based
5
challenges,
minutes.
Yeah.
boss
Yeah,
fights,
perfect.
and rewards.
Yeah, that's the
Here's a
pre-order
mission we
bonus.
saw in the co-op
That'll be
trailer
out before the
called
game,
To
yeah.
Tame a Titan, where we can see some team play. There's this cool shot of Iron Man, but you may have missed Kamala and Hulk performing a team finisher on that poor guy back there. When you max out some larger enemies' stun meter, 2 heroes can come together to perform a team finisher, which gives you a chance
Very
to take
neat.
them down much
Like it.
faster.
I can dig it.
Teamwork makes the dream work. Living the hero life is all about growth, getting stronger and better equipped to play smarter, and there are plenty of upgrades to help you do just that. As you progress through the campaign, you'll also be rebuilding and upgrading the Chimera, your helicarrier, which is your own flying base. The Resistance is a group who have banded together in the 5 years
I literally thought it was Destiny for a second.
Some are inhuman and have powers.
Yeah.
Some are former S.H.I.E.L.D. agents who refuse to pledge allegiance to AIM, and some just want to help.
What is this place?
We call it the Anthill. Not my idea.
You'll join their cause in the field by working directly with factions like the Inhuman Alliance and S.H.I.E.L.D. agents Dum Dum Dugan, Nick Fury, and more. Earning
couldn't have said Maria Hill there.
Yeah, what the heck?
Yeah, what?
You got drafted.
Yeah.
Hill has something she needs your help with.
Like, we understand it's not the
Vendors and
intent.
more
Okay, never
powerful
mind.
items. There will always be new threats on the horizon, so you want to ensure your Avengers are ready for anything. We've talked about a lot today, but that's kind of the point. This is a really big, ambitious game. Marvel's Avengers isn't just a global, high-stakes race to rebuild the Avengers, to save the Inhumans, and uncover the truth about AIM's plans. That's just the beginning. This is a brand new original Avengers single-player story that you can enjoy on your own, made the Crystal Dynamics way. But it's also an experience you can play with your friends that will grow as we add new heroes, new regions, and new story, all at no additional cost.
Okay. That was a big thing I needed to hear. I was curious to hear how that was going to go.
Thank you for following us and believing in us.
Wow.
I want to give a big shout out to our community. Thank you for caring and telling us what you think. We're listening, and as fans ourselves, we're all working every day to make Marvel's Avengers worthy of your support. Please stick around after the show to ask questions and chat. On behalf of the whole Marvel's Avengers team, thank you for tuning in to the first Marvel's Avengers War Table. In the coming months, we'll talk about our first post-launch hero, our upcoming beta, and of course, our launch, when Marvel's Avengers arrives September 4th.
Cool.
Show us more MODOK, you cowards.
And I'll see you next time.
Reveal MODOK was the one talking this whole time.
Hi, guys.
I think every other playable character looks cooler than Thor to me.
Yeah?
Really?
I feel like they've been leaning on Thor a little too heavy, but I liked what I was seeing from the others.
I think that's just because like people complained about his gameplay maybe the most from last year.
Mm-hmm.
So they had to prove.
They were trying to prove it.
Yeah.
I mean, one thing that seems weird to me is like we saw most of all the characters that we've seen already.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I guess I expected a new character or something, but
me
or maybe
too.
kind of a clarification on how many characters there would be.
Yeah, and they talked about right there at the end, they said our first post-launch hero. So is it really limited to all those that we've seen? Like,
it's weird for them to say we're going to talk about a post-launch hero before they've announced every hero in the game.
Yeah.
Which makes me think that they've announced every hero in the game. But that line of "we call it the anthill, not my idea." I mean, clear of a setup for Ant-Man as you can get, I think.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they showed Ant-Man last year at E3? They showed him, but it wasn't clear if he was playable.
Yes. Yeah.
I see.
Huh. Well, what'd you guys think? Chat, what'd you guys think? What are overall takeaways? Are you more excited, less excited, Ben?
I don't know if I'm more excited necessarily. I'm a little more hopeful.
Yeah.
Because like I think it looked a little bit more polished and definitely it just looks crazy bombastic action, which is cool.
Yeah.
I hope there's more to it than just like, okay, like here's an interesting story and like go smash some guys. Like I hope the gameplay is a little more interesting and nuanced because most of what they showed was just the action.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
But when you're doing a co-op game, it's kind of hard to add like puzzles and like traversal stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like
especially a last forever game where you're doing the same puzzles over and over again if they put them in.
So then you got to really rely on like does the action feel great?
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully it does.
And hopefully, yeah. Crystal Dynamics, the everything that they've done gameplay wise to me is with the Tomb Raider stuff has been a hit. I'm curious to see how much the gear you assemble and to your point, Ben, like I'm curious to see how the gear and then the upgrades actually affect combat. Because I guess when I first thought of this game, I was like, okay, sweet. Just, I mean, not button mashing per se, like it's a bad thing, but like, you know, I had kind of an idea of what the combat would be like. So I'm curious to see if those things could actually enhance that and make me want to play it for, you know, 6 months, 8 months after release.
Right. Yeah, because with Destiny, like there's something just inherent about like you're playing a shooter. Every character is like still has the first person shooter controls.
Yeah.
With this, it's a third person action game, and every character going to control a little bit differently. So I feel like that'd be a hard thing to balance. So it feels like it's a big project.
Yeah.
And you hope there's not one hero that everybody wants to play.
Well, yeah,
right?
I guess that's part of the worry in that is like it could be totally imbalanced. And everybody just wants to play as, you know, Hulk or something.
Yeah.
Alex, can you do me a big favor and find the emotes?
Yes.
When they showed the big page of emotes. We can do a little breakdown of that.
Let's see. Yeah.
It was interesting all the gear scores they showed. The highest was like 30 something. They're all double digits. I wonder if they're going with a much more pared down gear score system or if that's...
Well, you got to start low and then, you know, in 3 years it'll be like 7,000.
Yeah.
Yeah. We want to show you just how high the numbers get.
They go high.
We don't think you can count that high.
That's right.
Let's
Pretty
see.
nice, manageable 25.
Yeah. Leo, while I track this down, what do you think? What were your takeaways? Less hyped, more hyped?
A little more hyped. I mean, you seeing the skill trees and the gear and everything. I don't know if it's a day one thing for me. And it is weird knowing it's going to feel better to play than it feels to look at because it's not especially like I need to go do this right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But cautiously optimistic.
Yeah. I think this is the showing they needed when they first revealed it. Like, I think it had a really good pace to it. It, you know, you got those gameplay experiences. You got to see what it's actually going to be like to like level these characters and stuff like that. I think they did a good job of showing what they needed to show, especially these emotes, which are elusive at the moment, but I will find them.
Yeah, it is weird that they focused so much on Thor then in that sense and didn't give you a look at like one other character.
All right. Here we go. What matters?
What do we got there? We got a shrug.
We do have the finger guns.
What's the second one on the top level? What is
Portal?
that circle with? Is he...
You make a
Is he
portal?
creating a portal? Is he staring out into space? while he's
Doctor
on a
Strange
cruiser
confirmed?
Going warp speed. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good question. You have the heroic landing. I don't know what the top right corner is. Is he like going for a hug? It's like, come here. Hey, everything's gonna be all right.
I think it's like why God?
Yeah. Yeah.
The one on the bottom right's the uncomfortable fart at dinner.
Oh, I thought that was our best bet for a floss.
Yeah. But see, there's still a locked section under there, Leo, so don't give up hope quite yet. Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah.
You gotta earn that one.
Oh, yeah.
You're not just handing that out.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool.
The second one from the right on the bottom level, that's like, hey, I just got a new haircut.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Cool.
Yeah. Chat's pretty mixed
Yeah.
so far. I think I saw a lot of negative stuff, but there are people hyped.
Yeah.
People saying it looks like Anthem, which please keep it civil in the chat.
Yeah,
please.
come on now. We like to
come on.
keep it respectful here.
Hey, we don't like to use that kind of language around here.
Yeah. And I think if they can tell a cool, interesting story, and that's another thing I'm wondering because for people who played Insomniac's Spider-Man game, there was definitely a level of creative freedom that the writers got to take with that. So I'm curious to see if that's leveled here and if they can tell their own story, because if it's anything like what Insomniac did, like that would be awesome. I love the new twists for old characters that they took. So,
and that Insomniac Spider-Man story, it was fun. I thought it was a good story.
Yeah.
And nothing about the writing. Certainly, we don't know much about the story yet, but nothing about like the writing and the quips in this game impressed me. I mean, it wasn't bad, but it was kind of generic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm hopeful that it's, a good story at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. So we shall see. Well, chat, thank you for joining us today. We're going to talk more about this on the podcast later today, which we'll be releasing tomorrow, normal time. Yay. We have a lot to talk about. But thank you for joining us for these streams. And we'll be back doing a live stream for Cyberpunk tomorrow as well. So look forward to that. Cannot wait to see more from that game. So, gentlemen, thank you for joining me. Any last comments before we close her out here?
Avengers Hype Table. Thanks for watching. It's been great.